Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first regular meeting of the Meycauayan Toastmasters for the year 2026. It's a beautiful evening, and by the power vested in me by the Meycauayan, by the Toastmaster Internationals, and by the Meycauayan Toastmasters Club, I now call this meeting to order.
Let's begin with the invocation to be led by Toastmaster Chris.
Let us all feel the presence of our Lord. Our Father in heaven, we praise and glorify your mighty name, for you have been so good, not just today, but every day of our life. We thank you for being with us today, for this fellowship and for this gathering, not just to learn about the topics that we need to discuss today, but also to improve our speaking skills and learn from each other. Be with us, Lord God. Open our hearts, our minds, so that we may learn the from the experiences, from all the sharings that we will have today. And may you also protect and guide our fellow Toastmasters who are not yet here and will not be able to attend. It will also bless them and be with them today. All this we pray in your mighty name. Amen. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful, constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and our guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefits Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, to act within Toastmasters' core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm PM Jeff, and I'll be your Toastmasters of the evening. I will be your motivational coach, your fitness coach, nutritional coach, and emotional support system for one night only. And welcome to all our attendees, our guests to our boot camp for tonight, because our theme is achieving the summer body. So before anyone logs out, this is not about starving, suffering, or six-pack pressure. Raise your hand if you want a summer body, everyone. Who wants a summer body here? I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost all, almost all wants to have a summer body. Now, keep it raised if you want also to enjoy life for the year 2026. Amen, amen. All right. So everyone here wants to achieve a summer body and also to enjoy life as well. So before we proceed to the one of the most exciting segment or portion of the meeting, I'll have to give you some short lecture about achieving that dream summer body. Let me share my screen first. So, everyone, in achieving a summer body, we have these cold meats. And to achieve this goal, we have to destroy this, I can say, top three meats in fitness, in exercising, and in terms of food and nutritional essentials. So, meat number one, starving works. So it's one of the most common myth that we can hear when we try to start to move our body to lose weight, to become fit, is to starve ourselves so we can lose weight faster. But based on science, it's a myth because starving slows the metabolism, making weight loss harder to maintain. Number two, rebound eating. Eating often leads to increased calorie consumption afterward. So you don't need to starve yourself because you might experience rebound eating. And these unsustainable practices hinder longer term health and sustainable uh, fitness habits. Because balanced diets promotes better and prevent extreme fluctuations. Moving on to the myth number two. Sweat equals fat loss. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if your shirt, when you're are having a jogging or walking, that it's full of your sweat is, it means it's good that your fat loss method is effective. Based on science, sweating primarily indicates water loss, not fat loss. So, meaning it's more of making you dehydrated when you are doing that workout instead of directly having that fat loss. So, when you are having the more sweat, you have to make sure that you refill or re-energize yourself through drinking water. So effective fat loss requires consistency and in exercise and nutrition. And focusing solely on sweat doesn't guarantee effective weight loss because sustainable fat loss involves balanced habits over time and not quick fixes. So everyone, remember that sweat is not equals to fat loss. Myth number three, fat to reduce fat. So, you know, it's one of it's one of the most common misconception because I myself have uh used used one of these myths or believe on fat reduce fat. So most often I do sit-ups, curl-ups to flatten my belly and to achieve that six-pack abs muscle. But based on science, targeted fat loss is a most common misconception. And what we need is full body training to have that overall fat loss success. Fat reduction does not yield effective long-term results or progress. And embracing balanced workouts will result onto optimal body health. So that everyone are the top three misconceptions or myths in fitness, in weight, and nutritional essentials. So these are one of the other fitness myths or nutritional myths that I have seen on Google. So maybe I will just scan this to share it with you. So Meycauayan is weightlifting makes women bulky. That's from sunnyhealthfitness.com. Cardio is the only way to lose weight. Women should lift lighter weights. Weightlifting is dangerous for women. Pregnant women shouldn't lift weights. You have to spend hours in the gym to see results. You need to use machines for effective weightlifting. Number 8, women should train differently than men. Number 9 is weightlifting is only about aesthetics. Then last is you can reduce fat with weightlifting, which is our myth number 3, which I have discussed it with you earlier. And then moving on to the nutritional myths. Myth number 1 in nutrition myths debunked is all calories are created equal. That's a misconception also. Eating fat makes you fat. So it doesn't necessarily mean that if you eat fatty food will make you fat. Myth number 3, skim milk is better for you than whole milk. Because I've learned that those uh, low fat milk or non-fat milk has alternative ingredients that are put into those products like salt, uh, I think water, or etc. that still uh, may be equal to whole milk. What the rule of thumb for this kind of uh, sorting out this kind of products, which is non-fat, low-fat kind of products, is you have to look on the serving on the back of the packaging. It's in its nutritional facts to see what's the serving per size, because you can see there or compute there what's the number of calories per serving. And then moving on to myth number 4, exercising will cancel out what you eat. So that's a misconception also. And number 5, low fat oils are healthier than oils high in fat. That's are the nutritional myths debunked from Suja website. So what are the tools we need? What do we need to achieve that dreamt summer body? So here are those, everyone. First is mindset tool. So you have to focus on your why. So you need to understand what truly motivates you. What is your purpose in achieving that summer body? Not only summer body, but on your overall, how you can help your overall fitness. So you have to prioritize health over aesthetics and cultivate a long-term perspective that encourages growth, consistency, and realistic expectations for success. Did you do uh, weight loss exercises just for the sake of aesthetic for yourself, but do you also do weight loss exercises for your family so they can you can inspire them and to avoid common diseases that we commonly get from being overweight and Detail Mark. Go Detail Mark. Please proceed in introducing the word of the night.
Good evening, everyone. I am your word master and language evaluator, and my task for as language evaluator is to determine the rubbish and the rubies during the course of this meeting. And before that, I would like to introduce to you the word of the night, or the technical term of the night. This is high intensity interval training, or HIIT. HIIT, this training is a form of interval training that alternates very brief periods of intense exercise at maximum effort with periods of less intense exercise. I found this so exhausting when I tried it once. Actually, I tried it just once. Sample sentence. I'm trying to fit in a short HIIT session on my lunch break to maximize calorie burn. Our word for the night is HIIT, or high intensity interval training. May I ask somebody from the team who can use this in a sentence? May I call Distinguished Toastmaster Dan? Would you like to try using the word HIIT or high intensity interval training in a sentence?
Okay, so I'm not really a very high intensity exerciser or athlete, but I do my exercise every morning, and that is equivalent to HIIT. I can still kick, I can still squat, and I can still jump 5 feet over the fence. Good evening.
Oh, bravo, distinguished Toastmaster Dan. Thank you for giving that example. And I think we are all energized tonight as we are trying to achieve summer body. So without further ado, I turn the control back to our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Jeff.
Thank you, Dita and Mark. So we are done again to destroying the myths that I have shared earlier, because most people don't fail because they are lazy working out. They fail because they follow the bad advice. So moving on one of the most completed portions of the meeting, the portion that will test on how we think on our feet. Please all welcome our table topics master, our fitness guru, DM Elise Doladas. Please give them.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm, you know how low tech I am. I cannot see you guys, but can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You can hear me. I cannot see you, but then again, here are my table topics. For the table topic one to be expounded on, fellow Toastmasters, I would like to make you uh, ponder on this scenario. Which, if you are going to be a wellness speaker, which one are you going to prioritize? A physical wellness, the mental wellness, or the spiritual wellness? If I'm going to ask you to be a resource speaker for my conference as a health guru, which one are you going to prioritize? A physical wellness, the mental wellness, or the spiritual wellness? May I call Betchay for this? Toastmaster Betchay, are you in?
Yes.
Okay, great. Nice to see you again, Betchay. Hello, friend. Happy New Year.
Hello, Happy New Year. Fellow Toastmasters, if I would be invited as a speaker, well, I'd love um to answer your question. I would like to share a spiritual journey. Why a spiritual journey? Because have you ever tried, actually this is part of my speech. Have you ever tried joining a fitness challenge? Then I suddenly realized for me it wasn't really a fitness challenge. It was my own spiritual journey because every time I start this fitness challenge that I joined, I became so mindful and spiritually inclined with the universe. And I would like to share this with you, to everyone, my experiences
later. So, if you ever had a chance, fellow Toastmasters, to join any fitness challenge or any challenge in your life, this one may prove you something to become not just physically fit, but you will rediscover yourself in this challenge. Thank you.
Very well said. Thank you for that insight, Betchay. I'm going to try it myself, okay? Fellow Toastmasters, I would like to present to you my table topic number 2 to expound on. If a friend of yours, you just notice she is or he is getting bigger and bigger and bigger by the week, and she actually or he actually listens to you, give me 3 advices, 3 suggestions, or 3, you know, wherever you can tell him to loosen down or lose weight. Give me these 3 advice. If you are having a friend who's getting bigger and bigger and bigger by the week, and you are going to give him or her 3 advices. Okay, so what are these 3 advice or suggestions? May I call on, can I go ahead and call, let me see. Yes, Toastmaster Armel. Hi, Armel. I cannot see you. I cannot see you guys.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Elise.
Good evening,
Hi,
Armel.
DVM Armel.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
If I am in the situation of giving 3 advice to that special friend, I would like to tell this to her. Hi, my friend. Every time that I see you, it seems that you always look beautiful each day. Maybe it is because you are happy inside, and what's inside of you, I can actually see it in the outside. You are have a twinkling eyes. Your smile is always bright, like you are today. You know what, friend? Every time that we have this inner happiness inside of us, it blossomed outside. That's also how I am feeling today. And that's why I would like to share or to talk to you about what I did last summer, last year. Did you know what? I love to eat delicious food. And because of that, I found myself that I am gaining extra weight. And not only that, I felt something inside of me. It seems like my heart is have that palpitation inside of me, and I got worried because what is happening to me? I am happy eating that delicious burgers and pizzas, and yet I have something inside of me. My heart, I think, is palpitating that bad. And that's why I talked to my doctor, and she told me that at my age, I have to eat healthy and exercise, take a walk in the morning, or take a cycling outside outdoors. And that's what I would like to share to you. Diba, friend, we're of the same age, and we would like to see our daughters marry and have their own child, having their own family. And I would like to advise to you that we should take good care of ourselves by starting to eat healthy, having that walking or a little bit of exercise. Maybe, friend Beth, we can do that every day. I will text you and wake you up in the morning, and let's see the sun rise and enjoy the morning walk. And maybe we can prepare a good salad so that we can be able to eat healthy food. And let's go also to the market to buy that banana, the saging na saba. Remember, that's our favorite. And also that kamote, right? That's very healthy. So, friend, I would like to share to you the advice of my doctor. Let us eat healthy, enjoy the sunshine, and maybe we can glow more and we can have a healthier life together. That will be the things that I would like to share to my friend Beth. Over to you, Toastmaster Elise.
Those are three great advice. I love it. The the one most thing I love is to go get your sunlight, the cholecalciferol. Ayan. Okay, fellow Toastmasters, my last table topic, and I would like to expound on this kind of something to meditate on. If money, if money is not the object or not the problem, and you have the summer body, you're very fit, you know, the musculature and everything are developed, and you have the money, what or where are you going to display that body here in the Philippines, and what a definite resort or a definite place to go and show that excellent body that you have developed on, that you have worked on. What place? Here in the Philippines. No, no problem with the money, just to display that developed body that you have had. May I ask, Rose, would you like to answer that?
Yes,
I
yes,
mean,
I would.
you have a very good slender body, and okay, so
Just
if money is not the object, and if you want to flaunt that body, where in the Philippines would you like to flaunt that body of yours?
If I had the money, I'm sure it will still not be enough. And if I had the body, I would flaunt it, of course. And where would I go? I would go to the Siargao and do the fairy walk like Ann Curtis, and then post it
There
on
you
social
go.
media. Yes. And then post it on social media so that I will be an influencer. I would also apply as a century tuna body model. I would make the most of what I have, and I will also compete if I can in these contests so that the money that I have will grow and grow because of the body that I have built. Now, if you are blessed, if you have the privilege to buy the healthy foods, please do. If you have the privilege to sleep 8 hours at night, please do. Take care of yourself. And if you have the privilege to spare the time to exercise and share this with your family and friends, have a good time with your family and friends. Make it a family experience, please do. And that's why the next time, if you want to go to Siargao, share that experience with your whole family as well. And with that, back to our fit and fabulous Toastmaster Elise.
Great. Share your experiences with Siargao. Thank you so much, fellow Toastmasters, for all those ex- expounding and wild imaginations that you have shared to us. And so, fellow Toastmasters, thank you. I would like to, I would like to like remind everyone. I would like to remind everyone to achieve that summer body by March or April of 2026. See you in Siargao. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening's program.
See you in Siargao, Tita Elise. Let's give her a hand, everyone. Them Elise, them Elise questions made us think and imagine and reflect on our own habits and what are we going to do once we achieve that summer body. So for me, I will go to Siargao once I got that summer body. Them Elise. So everyone, table topics is for me is kind of cardio because it makes my heart pressure rise. And going on to the next portion, I can say that's a strength training. Why is the strength training? I'll tell you later because I have to continue on the second part of our short lecture about achieving that summer body. So everyone, results don't come before tools because we need these tools, not supplements, to plan and achieve that summer body that we all dreamed of. So what are the tools we need? First is we need to know the importance of measurement. So we need to track our progress. So regularly measuring your body weight, taking measurements, and capturing progress photos are essential tools. These methods help you stay accountable and recognize the positive changes in your journey. So first is we need those measurement tools. So if you don't measure progress, emotions take over. Let's say when I do gym for about 2 weeks and my weight is still not going down, I get frustrated. Have you felt it too, dear Toastmasters? Maybe a month of working out and still not losing weight. So we need to know and to get measuring tape, camera for the progress photos. So measuring tape to measure your waistline, your arms, and so forth. And the weighing scale. So one of my wrongdoings when I started working out is I most often try to weigh daily instead of weekly. So it adds on your frustration when on a daily basis your weight does not improve. So let's try to do it weekly or monthly, and maybe you got surprised when your weight goes down, but you may be surprised more if your weight goes up, which is reverse of what you're wanting to do. Next is you can out exercise. You can out exercise or you can do exercise more the bad eating. Because quick question, what's easier, everyone? 1 hour at the gym or avoiding sugary drinks all? What do you think? Of course, it's easier to avoid those donuts, those milk teas, those sugary coffees that you buy than going to gym because when going to gym, you have to take a bath, walk, or or drive, go into your gym and do those intense workouts. Just like Tita Mark said, do those seed trainings. So it's easier to avoid those bad food than to go to gym. So what are the nutritional tools that we need? We need to track the food we eat. We need Food scale. So for starters, it's important to have food scale, not for obsession, but awareness of the calorie. Because this, when I always scan my Facebook, the those famous fitness bloggers always say that calorie deficit is the key or the number one contributor in your weight loss journey. Next is the one of the nutritional goals that we need are meal prep containers, those Tupperwares, and next is the water bottle or tumbler. So make sure you bought your own tumbler to freshen up and make sure that you are hydrated. And next is you need to have the grocery list. Make sure that you cross out those junk foods, those sugar foods. So they say that you have to have protein first, but there goes next. What we need is movement meals. So you don't need a gym membership to start moving, everyone. You just need to walk, go outside and do some jogging or walking with your pet or your loved ones or your own, and while listening to your favorite music. Because consistency beats that heat over time. So what are the movement tools that we need? Those portable shoes. So whatever brand that you like, you can buy. Then you need a yoga mat. And then if even a yoga mat is already okay, then do calisthenics or body weight lifting. And lastly, if you have more budget, you can do resistance bands or dumbbells or even gym equipment that you can um, bring your own. So lastly is the planning tools. So we need calendar blocking. So what's easier to do, everyone? Uh, Blocking your calendar for work and meeting with your bosses, or calendar blocking that day for yourself for the overall being and improvement of your whole body, mentally, spiritually, and physically. So you have to prioritize and block and plan your workout schedule. Next is to have a habit tracker. So for starters, I can say you need to have a habit tracker. So you need at least maybe 2 weeks of consistent workout and not try to avoid or skip that workout schedule. Because once you form this habit, if your own body or your own mind will ask for it, or like um, for that day, your day will not be finished if you are not finished with your workout routine. When we need to build that habit first. Next is, and lastly, is that simple weekly plan. So that also belongs to that color of their block. So we need at least 3 workouts to maintain that we move consistently and not sedentary. All right, so we're done on the part of our short lecture. We'll move on to the prepared speeches, which are speech training. So prepared speeches are like workout programs. These are planned, intentional, and goal driven. So let me call on the first speaker. So are you ready? Our first speaker is also a fitness blogger, I may say, because I always see her my days in Facebook doing workouts, walking or jogging outside. Our first speaker will have her first speech. She will be evaluated by PMR Melody Challenge. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. To continue what she had she had tell us earlier. Please let us all welcome PM Betchay. PM Betchay, the stage is yours.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Before I begin my speech, can I share with you a very short video as part of my presentation? Can someone?
Yes,
Can
Grant.
I? Okay,
Share it.
wait. How will I? Please. Fellow Toastmasters, have you ever tried joining a fitness challenge just to wear your favorite 2-year outfit like this one? And luckily, I have not yet tried this 2-year clothes on my own. The problem is this clothes, not my body. And just I was negotiating with my mirror that maybe someday, one summer, I can wait another year to make this clothes fit to mine. Then suddenly, last year, I'd like to share with you that my company launched the Move Sweat Achieve Fitness Challenge. 100 days. But there is only one rule. The daily updates on Facebook or any social media, and share also any TikTok stories. And that one rule retested my character. That moment, it stopped being a fitness journey. It became a spiritual journey. The Move Sweat Achieve Challenge sounded really simple. I chose walking 10,000 steps daily. Post updates every single day. Staying consistent for 100 days. Simple. It's not really easy. Because 10,000 steps don't magically appear. They have to be earned. Sometimes pacing the living room, sometimes walking in your place, or going to the park. I check on my Strava record. I was sweating already in the park, and it's just 6,442 steps. Oh my gosh. How many sweats do I need? Minimal rice? No to no rice? Let's just say I didn't realize that I am also emotionally attached to rice until the rice was taken away from me. I didn't join the challenge feeling confident. I joined feeling curious and slightly pressured. My week 1 was exciting. Week 2, I was sore. Week 3, my legs stopped working smoothly. There were mornings when my body didn't stretch. It buffered. And yet, every day, every single morning, I posted. Sometimes sweaty, sometimes tired, sometimes just walking while singing, while speaking. That's when I learned 3 powerful lessons. First, consistency beats motivation. Motivation didn't show up daily, but my shoes did. Second, discipline is louder than willpower, especially with minimal rise or no rise involved. Third, and the most important thing I think that I learned, accountability works. Because when my friends saw what I did, what I was doing during that time, my coworkers and other social media friends are watching and they suddenly message me, and from there on, I always find the energy I didn't know I had. Yes, my body changed. My clothes fit better. My energy improved. My my posture changed because confidence stood up first. But the biggest transformation wasn't physical. I became someone who keeps promises to myself, shows up even when tired, and understand that progress is built quietly. And I realized something important. The summer body is not built in summer. It's built on ordinary days when no one is clapping, when rice is missing, and when quitting would be easier. The challenge didn't just help me lose weight. It helped me gain self-trust. So why don't you join my fellow Toastmasters? Don't give up. Join me in everyday challenge. Thank you. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the night.
Thank you, Toastmaster Betchay. Yes, we will not give up. I can relate to you, TL Betchay, because I can still remember that my favorite t-shirt when I was in college is it doesn't fit anymore. So that's one of my dreams that from XL I can return back to the golden medium size. So thank you, TM Betchay. So moving on to our second speaker. Our second speaker is also an enthusiast. So we have a short list of fitness motivators, enthusiasts in our club. So this pathway is effective coaching with the speech project level 5.2. Reflect on your path. So our speaker will have to share his learnings about um, the pathway and about effective coaching. The time is 10 to 12 minutes. The title of the speech is Flip the Script. in 2026 by PM Oscar Soriano. Flip the script in 2026. The stage is yours, PM Oscar.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. And I'd like to see those big smiles on your face at the beginning of this year, 2026. There you go. Mar, Libiran, your big smile. Anyway, fellow Toastmasters, it's the beginning of a new year, and we are all hoping for a longer lasting renewal of our purposes. And we always anticipate challenges and changes this year. And also, we'd like to be optimistic about our newly set goals for this year. And as we welcome 2026, we are also tempted to make those perennial promises to ourselves, like to live healthier, maybe high intensity training is part of the game, exercise more, lose a little weight here and there, learn some skills, and be more patient. But fellow Toastmasters and friends, let's be real. Those resolutions are always made to be broken. Hopefully not by February. I hope we continue on until the middle of the year, until all those goals are achieved in December of 2026, right? But instead of making those promises we're not sure to keep, why not make resolutions that are more flexible? For instance, like focusing on progress, not perfection. We usually try to be perfect in everything that we do. But let's try to focus on the progress, on the journey, not the destination. Promise to try new things, to be kinder to yourself, and when you slip up, learn from those mistakes. And what if we flip the script in 2026? What if instead of bowing to overhaul our lives, we resolve to infuse our days with acts of generosity? And I mean generosity with a capital G. To sprinkle kindness like confetti, and to give freely our time, our space, our resources, and watch as the ripples of goodness transform our world. Don't you agree with me on that? Generosity, by the way, has many facets. And my dog is barking in the background. That's part of the game. I'm actually live in my dining room, so you can hear the dogs bark. But anyway, generosity, as I said, has many facets, and it takes only a tiny bit of our time from everything to get those results and become extremely overwhelming. Let me start with something that you don't even have to spend a penny, and that is time. One of the most beautiful things that we can do this year in 2026 is respect other people's time. Punctuality probably is the word of the game. And I mean not Filipino time. When we are asked to open the meeting at 7 o'clock, we don't open the meeting at 7:01. We have to be there because we need to respect others people's time. Also, time is about creating memories. Time is about creating memories with families and friends, remembering your travels, remembering all the things that you have done in the past, and reliving your childhood stories even. These are very fulfilling stories that we can tell other people. And also, it is important that we invest time with other people or to other people. Number two, space. I don't mean the outer space, but the space that we live in. Sometimes we live in a box. How many of you live in a box? Let's try and jump out of that box and leave our comfort zones and expand our horizon. Space is not only a crumpled piece of space, but a space where we can actually engage ourselves to become better persons, interact, communicate with other people. That's the essence of space, and that's also the essence of time. Space is also like in our daily lives, like giving a seat to an elderly. When you take the LRT or when you take the bus, when you find an elderly or a pregnant woman standing and no one else is trying to give up the seat, try to be kind. And that's generosity in its purest, rawest form. Also, share an umbrella if it's raining. If somebody is in a dress that is for a party and all of a sudden there's a drizzle and it starts to rain, then what's my time? 5 to 7 or 12 to? Then give up a little space for that person or lend an ear to somebody who needs to hear his story or her story. If somebody is going through some challenges in his life, give time and space for him so that you can exactly relate and empathize with him. And also kindness. The third is kindness, a simple smile. Like you smiled, like when I asked you to smile, that made me happy. But when you give a smile to a stranger or someone you don't even know, that's something that will make somebody's day alive and more happy and happy. And that's, we should also show empathy and compassion to other people. And the last but not the least is resources or money. When we are overflowing with resources, let us all give unconditionally. Don't wait for a reason to give because we want to give when we can. Help others because it comes back to us in ways that we will never imagine. So, fellow Toastmasters, let us make a conscious effort to give our time, space, our kindness, and of course, our resources. Let us create a ripple effect of kindness that transforms our world. And as we give, we find joy and gratitude and a sense of purpose. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, let's start tonight. Let's start right now. Let's give and see the incredible impact we will all create. Thank you so much, and back to you, Toastmaster, for the evening.
Thank you, PM Oscar. So that's a wonderful speech that we learned from you. So we are inspired to give and learn what is the great impact that we can um, give when we increase our generosity to others. Thank you, PM Oscar. So we will proceed on the part 3 of our short lecture on achieving that summer plan. So we are done on what we need and how we are we are going to dig, dig deeper on how we can achieve that summer plan. All right. So here are some of the simple diet concepts that I can share with you today. So some of these are the effective strategies for balanced eating and nutrition. So just a disclaimer, everyone. What I present here is for educational purposes only. You are free to criticize me or suggest or raise your hand to have healthy discussion on what I am sharing with you. All right, so first concept is calorie awareness. Understanding calorie intake helps manage weight. So we need to be mindful on what we eat because it allows us for better choices, helps making a balanced diet. Next is you cannot do 100% healthy because it's not sustainable. You need to satisfy also your wants, your cravings. So we made this 80-20 rule. So 80% nutritious foods and 20% for your indulgence. So to maintain enjoyment without guilt. So you can still eat those donuts, those potato chips, but only limited to 20% of what you eat. Next concept is to reduce sugar. So cutting back on added sugars can enhance overall health. Focusing on natural sources of sweetness can improve energy levels and well-being. For nutrition essentials, we need to build healthy habits, so prioritizing protein-rich foods in your diet can enhance satiety and muscle preservation. Then staying hydrated is crucial for overall health, while portion control helps balance calorie intake for weight management. So as the Betcha said, she's also already reducing the intake of the motivational rights. And also for me, I try to live in for one rice per meal. So previously, I tried to eat as much as I like, but for this year, I will make it a goal to limit myself to one rice. So, what are your nutritional habits, everyone, that you will share? Can I call on someone? What can could you share some your nutritional habits that we aim to achieve this 2026? Do you like to reduce also your rice, more on veggies? Let me call on uh, our general evaluator, TM Agnes. Would you like to share your nutritional habits for the year or your regular nutritional habits if you are already that focused on achieving that summer body goal?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jeff. I'd like to share that I enrolled in a program a couple of years ago, and since then I've been taking what they call it an alkagizer or a green juice that is nutritionally dense with vegetables and fruits. So that's one thing that I would like to continue once again. I know it may be tedious, but for a healthier mind and body, that's what I would like to continue. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, Tem. So that's the term for that alkagizer. So I know someone that ate only for her lunch. She only ate juice, veggies, or fruits for her lunch. No solid intakes. So she will only eat solids at night. But for she will not eat breakfast, but and for her lunch she will only eat juice. So I think it's still effective because I can see she's fit. So everyone, we don't have that uh, might that fully agree in weight loss. So we can adjust on. We have different bodies, so different methods or approaches will work for you and might not work for others. All right. So I'm already done with the nutritional concepts. Next is we need to also embrace that daily movements. So we need to engage in consistent movement to achieve that summer body. So incorporating daily activities like walking and body exercises to build strength and endurance without overwhelming yourself. So one of my practice or our common practice here at the office is every lunch we will walk in Mega Mall, so back and forth from Mega Mall A to B. So that's around, let's say, additional 1,000 steps in an hour. So that's already a good habit that I can share with. So whenever you're at office, at home, or wherever you are, please make it a habit to have to move, go outside, or just inside your home do walking or have a body weight exercises. Right. So here are the simple exercise methods. So as I have said earlier, daily walking. Then we have body weight squats, calisthenics, and then the push-up variations. You can watch this or watch tutorials on YouTube. Just put the playback speed to 0.5 or 1 times only so you can learn the proper form before doing that. Maybe it's better if you have someone who already knows who was doing those exercises so they know the proper forms. So we have this body weight squats, push-ups, walking lunges, dumbbell rows, planks, jumping jacks for that we can recommend to our beginners. You can do 3 circuits of this. 3 sets or like 3 repetitions, 8 repetitions, and then 3 sets. Then you have to look for workouts for your shoulders, for your backs, biceps, glutes, thighs, and lats. So on this picture, you can see the exercises that he is making to target those muscles. And then lastly, recovery matters. So when we do workouts, let's make sure that after a workout today, we'll have a rest tomorrow, or after 2 days of workout, on the next day we'll have a rest days, because prioritizing recovery is essential for our overall health. And let's make sure to have an adequate sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep or 6 hours of sleep. It depends. We need the optimal sleep hours for ourselves. So we have different optimal sleep hours depending on our age and on our lifestyle. You also need regular stretching and to have to control our stress, because all of this contributes to improved performance, reduced fatigue, and a balanced body for our optimal progress. That's the part 3 of our short lecture answering on how we should achieve that summer life. So before we move on to the evaluation portion, timer, do we have time for a short break? Say our break.
Yes, we can have a 5-minute break.
All right. Please start time the 5-minute break, and let's meet.
In our club we gather here, Meycauayan friends so near, leadership we hold so dear. Public speaking brings us pride, together we stand side by side, in this family we confide. Rise and lead, together we succeed, in our hearts we believe. Rise and lead, facing fears one step at a time, helping each other climb, with every word and every rhyme. Hand in hand we chart our course, unity is our greatest force, our family's a powerful source. Rise and lead, together we succeed, in our hearts we believe. Rise and lead. Hand in hand we chart our course, unity is our greatest force, Our family's a powerful source. Rise and lead. Together we succeed. In our hearts we believe. Rise and lead. Rise and lead. Rise and lead. In our club we gather here, Meycauayan friends so near, leadership we hold so dear. Public speaking brings us pride, together we stand side by side, in this family we confide. Rise and lead, together we succeed, in our hearts we believe. Rise and lead. Facing fears one step at a time, helping each other climb, with every word and every rhyme. Hand in hand we chart our course, unity is our greatest force. Our family's a powerful source. Rise and lead, together we succeed, in our hearts we believe. Rise and lead. Whoa. Hand in hand we chart our course, unity is our greatest force. Our family's a powerful source. Rise and lead, together we succeed, in our hearts we believe. Rise and lead. Rise and lead. Rise and lead.
Okay. Um, Now let's move on to the evaluation portion. So our general evaluator is already here. You know, in evaluation portion, just like fitness, feedback is how we improve. So no progress happens without your selfie to check your progress, your coach to say that you have a bad form, and someone telling you that ang payat mo na. All right. So our general evaluator for tonight is a certified wealth and estate planner and a sales manager and financial advisor at Sun Life for over 15 years. She leads financial literacy workshops for families, companies, and organizations. So, Toastmasters, she served as area director of Division 2, Area 2, immediate president of Makati Toastmasters Club, and a member of Solo Advanced Toastmasters Club. She was named Vision M's Rookie Icebreaker Champion and is a podium finisher in both international and evaluation speech contests. She is currently working on chartering a Toastmasters Club for content creators. Our general evaluator is a devoted wife, mom, and firm. She is also soon to launch host of the podcast Firefly Conversation, where she shares stories that spark growth in communication, leadership, and life. Let us all give her a big hand to our general evaluator, PM Agnes Lizon Huasco.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Coach Jeff, our all-in-one coach for this evening. And hello, Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. So how do we achieve a fit and healthy mind and body in Toastmasters? When I received the e-newsletter, the Toast, it is very serendipitous because this is my first Toastmaster meeting for the year. So I would like to practice my communication muscles that I have that has been also in holiday. And it also made me think about my commitment to become healthier physically and mentally. And for this evening, I am tasked to be your general evaluator. I have been observing, taking notes, and learning a lot from our meeting this evening. I would like to share with you a formula that was inspired by the formula of relativity from Albert Einstein, EMC squared. We have already been nourished by eating healthy, having that nutrition from our informative and inspiring speakers this evening. And we have also moved because our role takers have practiced their speeches, delivered their talks, or have been listening intently for the technical evaluations as well. For the portion of C, which is check up, we will have our evaluators to help me in giving feedback to our speakers because in Toastmasters, evaluated practice rather is what makes us grow. And with that, I would like to give the virtual stage to the table topic evaluator, Toastmaster MJ, Leonardo Gambuya.
Thank you so much, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Agnes. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and I think I'm one of the guests. Thank you so much for the invitation to be the table topics evaluator for tonight. Tonight, the table topics session was anchored with the theme Achieving the Summer Body. It felt both fun and thought provoking. And I was thinking a while ago, I think if it's about summer, I think I achieved partial summary thing because I got the tan from the beach. If that counts, not the calorie, but the tan. Let me share with you the evaluation of our speakers. Congratulations to the three brave souls who responded to the questions during the table topics. I would like to commend Toastmaster Betchay. I appreciated how you chose spiritual wellness because you responded with a heartfelt and authentic story, reminding us that true transformation begins within. You spoke with calm confidence, which made your message relatable. What is being forgotten nowadays about wellness, of course, is spiritual. How what I would like to recommend is for Toastmaster Betchay, you might strengthen your delivery by adding a concrete example of how rediscovering yourself has helped you in daily life, which I later on heard during your prepared speech, that that would actually make your spiritual choice even more concrete during your table topic speech. Overall, thank you for reminding us to be spiritually well. Next speaker, we have distinguished Toastmaster Armel. Your answer stood out because you combined the storytelling and practical advice. I would say I'm grateful to be your friend whom you were talking to a while ago, if I would be that, receiving a sympathetic and supportive advice from you. In my case, I actually have what they call PCOS. It's really quite what they call complicated, even if you try to do exercise, you really have to have the advice from credible doctors. And when you shared your the recommendation from a doctor, it actually gave credibility to your speech, to the advice that you were trying to tell your friend. And when you offered your friend the support, you showed empathy. That personal touch made your advice memorable. What I can recommend is, distinguished Toastmaster Armel, consider structuring your three pieces of advice more distinctly. Perhaps numbering them with first, second, third, or one, two, three, so the audience, like myself, who is willingly listening, can follow each point clearly. So I would memorize what to do and what not to do from your three pieces of advice. Overall, distinguished Toastmaster Armel, thank you for being such a supportive friend. And of course, finally, for Toastmaster Rose. Hello, Toastmaster Rose. Your enthusiasm was wonderful. You you actually made me imagine Ann Curtis and replace Ann Curtis with you. Taking us to Siargao and describing the ferry walk painted a clear picture. Adding the influencer angle that you mentioned, you showed us creativity and modern relevance as well. Of course, in this generation, everyone wanted to do the same as this influencer. And I think Toastmaster Rose, you can do that now. Go to Siargao, do the ferry walk, right? How can I? What I would like to recommend for Toastmaster Rose is to elevate your speech further. You might want to connect your summer body goal with how it empowers your Siargao adventure. The call to action, as always, that you would want to convince me to try wellness and travel together uh, more tightly, probably, your travel and wellness thought together. Overall, for the three speakers, you brought out the unique perspective in terms of spiritual, supportive, and adventurous stories. Together, your responses, your speeches, reminded us that summer body, it's not just about fitness, but we also have to learn how to balance, to encourage, and to be happy to enjoy every day. So, congratulations for making the table topic session inspiring and engaging. Thank you so much. And back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Agnes.
Well done, Toastmaster MJ. You delivered a very encouraging and helpful table topics evaluation for all our impromptu speakers for the evening. I would like to celebrate you for listening intently and also mentioning portions of their speech that they did really well. It also showed your analytical skills in terms of recommending how they could further elevate their speeches in the future. I would also like to congratulate once again to all our speakers, Toastmasters Betchay, Armel, and Rose, our health enthusiasts and fitspirations. So my recommendation for you, Toastmaster MJ, in your succeeding evaluations would be somehow with the language. I heard that you mentioned might, so that somehow says that you are unsure of what you would like to recommend to the speaker. So you can mention, you can look into, you can try in your succeeding speeches instead of might, to give that extra push or power to your recommendation. And also to evaluate, I'm not sure if you have it with you, to evaluate our table topics master as well for the evaluation. Because of that, I will be sharing my evaluation. Overall, well done, Toastmaster MJ, for that encouraging and coaching that we have learned from you for this evening. And to our table topics master, Elise, You gave us very insightful questions that made us really think on what we would like to do when we have that perfect and fit body. You incorporated physical, spiritual, and mental, so the holistic questions for your table topic. So how could I help you to strengthen further your table topics hosting in the future? So that would be first to start with a bang. I noticed that you mentioned that you are not prepared. So in times of that, you don't need to mention that to us anymore. Just wing it because we wouldn't really notice it. I'm sure that our members, our attendees wouldn't notice it as well. And also the abrupt question. So I wasn't sure if it was an icebreaker question or it was the beginning of your first topic already. Overall, you made us really think, and I love your questions. Keep on hosting table topic sessions in the future. So thank you and congratulations to all our
Thank
speakers.
you. Thank you so much, Agnes.
My pleasure. There. And now, to be the coach and to give his evaluation for our Fitspiration, our first prepared speaker, Toastmaster Betchay. I would like to turn over the virtual stage to the speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster, Armel Gutierrez.
Thank you so much to our General Evaluator. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters, most of all to Toastmaster Betchay. Betchay, tonight, to me, you are an inspirational and motivational speaker. I admire your boldness, your courage, and most of all, your self-trust. And I like your smile and your confidence. Your story was also relatable to us and especially to me. And I've learned three powerful words coming from you, and these are consistency, discipline, and accountability. I also love the speech title. To me, it speaks about faith, hope, and love. Now, Betchay, how can I help you level up in your next speech? I would like you to have an engaging opening statement in your speech. Instead of asking permission to share your video, next time you may give your speech like, fellow Toastmasters, I have a surprise for you in 3, 2, 1, and then you may show the video or you may ask your audience, hey, are you fond of extra challenge? And you may also share your video. In that sense, you will start your speech really with a bang. And then second one is to mind your mannerism. All of us, including me, sometimes I do this, I do that. What I've observed from you is you touch your nose a bit and then you look at your side. Next time, maybe in your next delivery, you may avoid in doing that. And I want you to be more jolly, the jolly and enthusiastic betchay that you are. Because tonight, that's what's missing in you. Maybe to all of us, because this is the very first meeting, maybe nag-a-adjust pa tayo lahat, right? So I would like to see you in your best mood, vocal variety, the enthusiasm is always there. That's my advice to you, Toastmaster Betchay. So 3 things to help you, give to us a powerful opening statement, and also to mind the mannerism that sometimes we, all of us, cannot avoid, and to practice vocal variety. In all, Toastmaster Betchay, you are such a wonderful speaker. I got so glued and engaged with your speech. It was so relatable, and I love that you challenge yourself on that 100-day update. Continue to inspire and to share your unique stories to all of us because you are such a great speaker. Congratulations, and hope to hear more wonderful stories from you. Back to you, to our General Evaluator, Director Agnes.
Thank you, DTM Armel. And congratulations to our Fitspiration, Toastmaster Betchay, for inspiring us with your speech. And for you, our coach, DTMR Mel, you have shown us a masterclass for evaluation. I love that you were able to incorporate recommendations that were advanced. You included even the tiny details that would be helpful for the speaker, including the mannerisms, which it's hard to pick up for other Toastmasters. It shows that you have really practiced your evaluation skills throughout. And you were also very encouraging, and you delivered it with a summary so that it was very easy to remember and to assimilate. So one thing that I would like to help you to level up your already amazing evaluation would be just to include a speech purpose, to highlight if our speaker was able to achieve the objective of the speech. Overall, you are a very strong and inspiring evaluator, and congratulations to you. And now, to give the evaluation for our second prepared speaker, Toastmaster Oscar, I would like to call to the virtual stage our president, your club president, Toastmaster Mar Liberan.
Yes, good evening to all of you, fellow Toastmasters, and especially to our Toastmaster, Oscar Soriano. Much as I want to evaluate as many different speakers, the trouble is, it or call it heaven sent that I always got to evaluate or frequently evaluate Toastmaster Oscar. Parang naging suki na. Now, it was so much elating for me because every time I evaluate Toastmaster Oscar, it seemed that he always outdo himself compared to the previous speeches. And now, again, let me commend Toastmaster Oscar for the following points. First of all, while others are so preoccupied the stereotype New Year's resolution, Toastmaster Oscar already challenged us. Flip the script in 2026. Yes, may I make again commendation. The structure and the flow was so smooth. Second, it's a confident delivery and confident to the extent that from the beginning to the end, not a moment did my attention or interest level dip, not a second. And then the third one is, of course, the very strong foundation or what we call as the core ideas are so profound or above in terms of it's not an average delivery, but relatable. It's not an average stream of thought. So all in all, Toastmaster Oscar did well on so many aspects that I can only give a glowing recommendation or glowing comments. Now, how can we make your speech near perfect to the extent that it's not it will become a staple, like a staple topic. First, Toastmaster Oscar, maybe we can add. We can add if you want to reach 100%. We can add stories of contrast so that people you could mention some instances or incidents that this is average people lip service ng empathy versus one who did extraordinary act. Like you could cite an example to emphasize your point, being I'd rather attend to someone or visit someone who is in this lowest point than attend a birthday party of someone who is Yes, and you can say that another is you can cite two contrasting incident like that will emphasize how ugly being apathetic is versus someone who does a class act of kindness. Yes, and of course, the last one is of course your you can add a layer of definition because to the word empathy. Because some people just do it for lip service or simply think empathy as putting oneself in others' shoes. But you can personally add a touch of your own thought by, again, exploring example like um, your own operational definition, which could be with unique examples and unique underlying principles. All in all, it was great. Congratulations, Toastmaster Oscar. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Toastmaster Mar. I agree with you. Really learned a lot from our speaker. Congratulations, Toastmaster Oscar. And to our coach for Toastmaster Oscar, Toastmaster Mar, I love that you addressed the speaker and you gave encouraging words to him, that with him outdoing himself, that encourages people to deliver speeches more often. That's really the president and coach speaking from your perspective. What I would like, you're able to provide a lot of recommendations also that our speaker can apply, and you gave ways on how he can improve it. So what I can help you with to flip the script for additional evaluations in the future would be have including creativity, maybe relating the speech title or the theme of the speech to your evaluation to make it more interesting. For example, for things that he did well was the things that you wrote beautifully. And for your recommendation, you can mention things that you can do to flip the script to make your story even more engaging or powerful. So something like that. And also, I just noticed that you finished around red. So that's for the another recommendation I would like to give would be to incorporate more of the timing for the recommendation portion. So one of your strengths is encouraging the speaker to provide more meat that the person can apply and grow upon. You can add more time for the recommendation portion. Overall, your evaluation was something that nourished us from the mind, body, and soul. You're very encouraging, and we have learned at the same time. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Coach Mar, for your splendid evaluation. Okay, and now we will have the measurement, another checkup. Our technical evaluators will be giving their report or their speeches. They have been listening intently. They have been measuring us from the technical aspects of the meeting. We will begin with our grammarian, and that gave me the cue that I haven't used the word of the evening. So to hit our goals for this evening and also in life, to have that high intensity interval training that we do in our speeches. Let us see how we fared in terms of grammar. Our language evaluator, I'm turning the proceedings to you, distinguished Toastmaster Mark.
Language is the lifeblood of any speaker, and it is important that we evaluate the language or the words that we use during the proceedings. First off, why do we use the technical term of the night instead of the usual word of the night? We use the technical term so when there is discussion conversation about a certain topic, for example, fitness or exercise, you can certainly use it. For example, when somebody said, "Pare, ang ganda ng katawan mo," you may answer, "Nag-hit kasi ako." So in that context, you may use the technical term during your casual conversation. And in this meeting, I heard two Toastmasters who used the technical term of the word HIIT, or high intensity interval training. One was Toastmaster Oscar, and then the other one was our general evaluator, Agnes. Now, as part of the language evaluation, let's go to the second part of this evaluation, which is the grammar lapses, or we call it rubbish. In here, we have rubbish and rubies. So let's start with the rubbish. I heard somebody said advices, when in fact, it should have been pieces of advice. Next, for the third part of this evaluation, the rubies, or the gems, or the treasures that we could get during this meeting. I heard Toastmaster Betchay used a rhetorical figure of speech, which is personification. When she mentioned, I was negotiating with my mirror. And she also said during her speech, progress is built quietly. Meanwhile, for the speech of Toastmaster Oscar, he said, let us make a ripple effect of kindness. And I appreciate the titles that they used for Toastmaster Betchay, the 100-day upgrade, and Toastmaster Oscar, flip the script in 2026. Fellow Toastmasters, language is the lifeblood of any speaker. So I encourage everyone to be conscious about the words we use, because words can make or break somebody else's soul. Back to you, General Evaluator Agnes.
Thank you very much to our grammar coach, DTM Mark. I love that you delivered your grammarian report like a speech. You had your introduction and the details about your role, as well as your report for the usage, as well as the rubbish and rubies. That's something that I would like to borrow. That's very creative from your club. And lastly, you ended with an encouraging conclusion, which is to remind us to be mindful of our language and to use it well. So how could I help you to further level up being a language evaluator in the future? It's just one tiny creativity tip would be to relate your report as well to the theme. Maybe as a coach or something that you are strong at and the things that you can work on. That way, it will be one cohesive report that glues with our theme beautifully. Overall, thank you very much for listening intently and for giving us all the nuggets of wisdom for reviewing which we have witnessed this evening. Congratulations. Yeah. Okay, and now I'm very curious about this. It's very unique to me, this technical evaluator, the fillers and motions, or the FAME evaluation. So let us welcome Toastmaster Chris Sevillejo to deliver her report.
Thank you, our general evaluator, for tonight. Aside from striving for that summer body, we as Toastmasters are also challenged to reduce or even eliminate the use of filler sounds, overused words, and repeated expressions, as well as much as possible, removing any unnecessary movements when delivering our speech. And that's what filler and motion evaluator role is. Just like in fitness, where we balance high impact and low impact, exercises to strengthen both our body and endurance. In speaking, we balance energy and control, pushing ourselves to improve while pacing our growth. Think of this as our own HIIT, not high interval intensity training, but high impact improvement training. For today's meeting, I am honored to present the vitals of our speakers to our FAME or filler and motion evaluation. For our table topics speaker, I would like to commend both Toastmaster Betchay, Toastmaster Armel, and Toastmaster Ghost for using for the minimal use of our filler words. However, for TM Armel, she used repeated words such as last and inside of me and used and repeated the word and 3 times. For our prepared speakers, I also like to congratulate our speakers of the night, Toastmaster Betchay and Toastmaster Oscar, for not using any filler words, any repeated words, or any overused expressions. However, for the motion report, for TM Betchay, I noticed, just like what Toastmaster Armel mentioned, you keep on rubbing your nose or scratching your neck or even looking sideways or looking up. On my end, since we're in a virtual sweat setting and as my personality, I tend to get distracted easily when I see unnecessary movements from someone's being. However, how you can improve that is you can use the power of pause. So instead of looking up, looking sideways, scratching yours, and anything that you do unnecessary, you can just simply pause for 1 or 2 seconds or 5 seconds so you can get back to your speech. For Toastmaster Oscar, for your motion evaluation, I noticed that you're sitting a bit sideways like this. Is this your perfect, what they call it, the perfect angle in camera? I suggest that moving forward in our coming meetings, try to sit properly so we can see your beautiful face. And I really appreciate you wearing barong, and we would like to see that perfectly in camera. So congratulations to Toastmaster Betchay and Toastmaster Oscar. For our table topics facilitator, PM Elise used minimal filler words as well. For our general evaluator, none, none for filler words. For our table topics evaluator, Toastmaster MJ also used minimal filler words, repeated expressions, or overused words. The same with our evaluators for the prepared speeches for Toastmaster Armel. But for Toastmaster Mark, he used a lot of filler words such as and some repeated words, just like of course and yes. And lastly, for our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Jeff, I understand completely. This is our first meeting, so we tend to use a lot of a lot of so, a lot of and I know that you've already improved from our previous meetings last 2025, and that's totally okay. So it's all right. My fellow Toastmasters, do not be discouraged if you're just planning to start your summer body goals this month. Or if you're still working and improving your public speaking skills or reducing the filler words or reducing the unnecessary movements when delivering your speech. What matters most is that we continue to grow step by step with every meeting. Let's aim for progress and not perfection. Over to you, our general evaluator.
Thank you very much to our very creative fame evaluator. I love that you delivered your report like a speech as well. And you included creativity that made it even easier and impactful for us. I love what you mentioned, high impact improvement training, and you gave your report with the vitals and the motion evaluations. What a splendid way to deliver your report. So things that I would like you to explore in your succeeding stint as a fame evaluator would be to give a tally. I'm not sure if you can send it in the chat, or maybe you can show an Excel sheet for that so that we can note the filler words that was used in order to grow even more and to group or segment your report. For example, those who had no filler words, so we can gamify it. And to the people who didn't have any filler words are the following. So let's congratulate them, something like that. For those who have 1 to 5 and the others who have more filler words. Overall, you gave us a very entertaining, informative, and engaging report. Thank you very much to you, Toastmaster Chris. And lastly, to give us a report on how we handled our time, I would like to turn over the virtual stage to our dual role taker as well, distinguished Toastmaster Armel Gutierrez.
The greatest measure of who we are and what we love is how we spend our time. And tonight, it is very obvious that we love being a Toastmaster because we choose to spend our precious time with each other tonight. As your timer, I am privileged to give to you the timer's report. We started at 7:01 in the evening, 7:03 with the prayer, and 7:06 for the introduction of our Toastmasters of the evening. For our table topic session, we spent 15 minutes. That was a good time. And also for Toastmaster Betchay and Rose, you are on time. Betchay at 1 minute and 31 seconds for the top as a table topic speaker, and for Rose, 1 minute and 45 seconds. And I'm sorry, I'm overtime for 1 minute and 25 because I delivered my speech for 3 minutes and 25 seconds. For the prepared speech, Toastmaster Betcha, you delivered just in time, 7 minutes and 12 seconds. And for Toastmaster Oscar, I'm very sorry because I timed you in 5 to 7 minutes. Your allotted time is from 10 to 12 minutes. I timed you at 7 minutes and 17 seconds. I owe you 5 minutes. I'm so sorry for that. And for the general evaluation, you started at 8:22 in the evening. For Toastmaster MJ, you will have 8 minutes for your total time, but you only spent 5 minutes and 49 seconds because that's only for the speakers. You did not include the Toastmaster of the evening. And for Toastmaster Mar, you gave to us an evaluation for 4 minutes and 36 seconds. Overtime po kayo ng 1 minute and 36 seconds. For the language evaluator, 2 minutes and 42 seconds. And for Chris, 4 minutes and 43 seconds. I forgot to time myself. But Toastmaster Oscar, I would like to hear your complete speech for an allotted time of 10 to 12 minutes. Always remember to spend our time wisely because we can never turn back the time. What we lose for a second or minute cannot be returned. That's why choose to love what we do and also to give an impactful purpose in everything that we do. Back to you, to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Agnes.
Thank you very much to our timer coach, DTM Armel. I love that you also delivered it like a speech and borrowing from your closing to use our time wisely. That's what you did because you gave the different timing for the segment, which was very helpful for all role takers and speakers. You were also very mindful on those who were overtime and undertime, and you noted even your table topic segment. So congratulations and well done. All our technical evaluators are very advanced evaluators as well. So one thing that I would like you to look into for next training would be to apply a similar thing to group or segment it based on maybe summarize your report to those who were under time and then overtime and can give a couple of tips regarding time. Overall, thank you very much for giving us a very comprehensive and helpful timers report. Congratulations, DTM Armel. And now for my evaluation for the general proceedings, I would like first to evaluate our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Jeff. Wow, it really shows that our all-around coach, our fitness, emotional, mental coach, knew the homework and did it well. I took a lot of notes, screenshots, because it's serendipitous that I would like to have a healthier life and body for 2026. And you gave us a lot of nuggets of wisdom because of that. I also like your transitions for each speaker and how you related it to the theme. So what can I recommend to you that you can practice or work out for your succeeding sessions as a Toastmaster of the evening? I just noticed that the content is very dense and very comprehensive. So what I could recommend for you would be to limit it or incorporate the tips to introduce segments of the speech. For example, you can limit it to nutrition, which are the speeches to nourish us, and then movement tips for the exercise or the practice, and for the evaluation portion, that can be the maybe measurement portion of your speech. That way we'd be able to remember it right away. But overall, thank you very much for all the nuggets of wisdom that you have shared for this evening, and for seamlessly delivering a very engaging hosting for this evening, and made us interact and engage with us even more. Congratulations, Toastmaster Mark, and may you do more hosting in the future. Okay, and for the evaluation for the club, I would like to congratulate everyone for a well-planned and well-executed, a fun meeting. I learned a lot from this session. I was nourished, going back to my EMC squared, which is eating healthy, being nourished with all the inspiring speeches and evaluations from everyone. And then I also saw movement from all our role takers, from the speakers, as well as our evaluations. You also did a checkup or evaluation of all the things that was done well and how we could improve further. So just like going to a gym, having that health checkup first, so we would know on which areas we are already strong at and which aspects that we can further improve upon or work out. So that leads me to my last C, which is the community. So I love and I noticed that this club is really close to each other, from a very active chat group, and how you encourage each other in your speeches and your evaluations. I would like to congratulate everyone because of that. And no wonder that your club is part of the leaderboard, not only for the district in terms of education awards. I would like to congratulate you for that. And one thing that I also loved is your e-newsletter, which celebrates the good news or the achievements of all the members, giving us also what to expect about the meeting and more information about the club. So this is already a very advanced club, as I may say, and only things that I could suggest for further meeting to make it even more impactful would be to add slides for the speech details or purpose. That way our evaluators, and as well as the general evaluator, could note the purpose of the speech, and it would be easier to follow if the speaker has achieved it. As well as including, I also love the video of your club. What I could challenge you or recommend maybe would be to include a slide during the introduction about Toastmasters, as well as a brief history of your club and some notable members as well. So overall, I would like to congratulate everyone for an amazing meeting that make us even stronger and more equipped to become better communicators and leaders. And with this meeting, we will not only have a fit and healthy body and mind that lasts for the summer, but through constant practice and attending meetings and taking on roles, we would have a a healthy body that can last even for a lifetime. So thank you very much, and I am turning the proceedings back to our Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Agnes. Thank you for reminding us that we should not be contented with achieving the summer body. We should uh, focus on that lasting summer body goal in our lives. So, Toastmasters, a summer body isn't a perfection. Achieving it needs consistency. And before I conclude this meeting, I will give you my 4 M's for my future success in achieving this summer body goal. First M, mindset. You need to have the right mindset, your purpose for achieving the summer body. Second M, that measurement. You need to have those tools to measure your progress. Third M is to have that you have to monitor your meals. And the last M is to have consistent movement. M for movement. So, all right, everyone, thank you for attending our regular meeting for tonight. And I will turn back to control to DTM Mark Edrada for the MTMC news and announcements.
To our prepared speakers, please mark your speech projects as completed right after this meeting. To our prepared speech evaluators, you may now complete and send the digital evaluation forms to your assigned speakers. Congratulations to Toastmaster Elise Dulatas for completing the innovative planning path. And also, congratulations, distinguished Toastmaster Armel Gutierrez for being our new distinguished Toastmaster. Let us greet our Toastmaster Lit a happy birthday this January.
Birthday po.
Happy birthday, Lit.
Our next
Birthday.
Our next educational meeting will be on January 27, 2026 at 7 p.m. The theme will be Business Startup, as you will learn a simple guide in starting a business in the Philippines. This will be hosted by distinguished Toastmaster Christine as our Toastmaster for that evening. We will have
Set up face-to-face, Mark.
We will have our face-to-face educational meeting on February 21 with the theme, How Do I Love Thee, at 10 a.m. Venue will be announced in our group chat. It will be along Meycauayan, Marilao, or Bukawi area. Our face-to-face educational meetings will be done once every 2 months. See you there. We will have a weekend mentoring session on January 17, 2026 at 2 p.m. via Zoom. The WMS is open to Meycauayan Toastmasters Club members. To our viewers on our social media platform, we invite you to join us to our regular educational meetings every second and fourth Tuesday of the month at 7 to 9:30 p.m. This is done online via Zoom, admission is free, and follow us on our official social media accounts. For more personal and professional lessons about communication and leadership, download the previous issues of The Toast, the official e-newsletter of Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. Download it for free by scanning the QR code at your screen. Being physically fit is an important lifestyle. We need our own strength to do more work, to have the opportunity to learn more, and to grab the chance at being profitable, a side effect of physical fitness. Don't say, I will exercise when I have time. Rather, develop the mindset of eating healthy foods and giving more time to exercise. And from this, discipline yourself until you have achieved that summer body and while you are maintaining it. Fellow Toastmasters, see you next meeting. I am your Vice President for Education, Mark Andrada, and this is the family that keeps up and looks further in learning more. This is Meycauayan Toastmasters Club. Back to you, President Mar.
there is no denying that the Meycauayan Toastmasters Club had a head start for 2026. While with the topic chosen, a sound body in a sound mind, or mens corpora mens sano, we have really made a good beginning. And with all of this, plus the substantial contribution of each member and our two guests for tonight, it is certainly a very optimistic year. With all of that, and of course, thank you very much to all of you. With the power vested in me by Toastmaster International, I now adjourn this meeting. Good evening.
In our club we gather here, Meycauayan friends so near, leadership we hold so dear. Public speaking brings us pride, together we stand side by side, in this family we confide. Rise and lead, together we succeed, in our hearts we believe. Rise and lead, facing fears one step at a time, helping each other climb, with every word and every rhyme. Hand in hand we chart our course, unity is our greatest force, our family's a powerful source. Rise and lead, together we succeed, in our hearts we believe. Rise and lead. Hand in hand we chart our course, unity is our greatest force, our family's a powerful